The internet is full of articles, videos and Reddit posts about the fact that employers do not want to hire Gen Zs. I myself am a Gen Z and I can say that such news are pretty important to me. After reading multiple articles, I came to a conclusion that most of those mention 4 reasons why employers prefer not to hire people of our generation, and want to discuss each of those and whether those are true or not, and what we as Gen Z representatives can do about that. A sense of entitlement to big salaries and leading positions has been mentioned in most of the articles I have read. I think for most of the Gen Zers, sense of entitlement originates from the internet, on which we all grew up. Since early childhood, we saw 18 and 20-year-old celebrities who have already succeeded in life despite their young age. On YouTube, Instagram and other social media, you see those crazy mansions, young guys driving Lamborghinis and making super profitable investment moves by buying some random meme coins. We saw how people became millionaires by starting YouTube channels, by starting streaming or buying a Bitcoin in the year 2014. All of that left a permanent mark in our minds, due to which we think that we all should achieve success before turning 20. And let's be honest, for most of us it's just impossible, which leads to frustration as well as the sense of entitlement which employers may face when hiring Gen Zs. Since young person who has just graduated from the university thinks that he must be special, at least at his workplace. And let me tell you, that is not how the world works. When I just turned 18, I myself was worried about the fact that I still didn't become a successful YouTuber. However, as time has passed, I finished university, went through a few internships, got a stable job and started pursuing my hobby of content creation seriously. Right now I am in my early 20s and I feel that life has just started. There is so much time ahead, and 20s are actually given to us to learn some skills, to make some mistakes and of course to develop ourselves. Therefore, if you're a young guy searching for a job, do remember that you actually know nothing about the work as well as the life in general, and just keep calm and be happy if people want to educate you. Appreciate the fact that you got hired and try your best to learn from colleagues. That is how you can establish a good relationship with an employer. With experience, you will get better positions and salaries. However, we all have to start somewhere, and it's important to remember that. It's not a secret that our generation is very conscious. We grew up during an era of increased attention to psychological health and, let's say, our unique traits. Moreover, during the last 5 years, we have seen lots of wokeness going on the internet. Therefore, we are taught to respect the weakness of other people. And somehow on the internet, a man who is strong in mental and physical way most probably will be called something like an abuser or misogynist, especially if he has a beautiful wife. And the woman who likes traditional values, wants to marry and have lots of kids, somehow also will be called with some strange words. And that is why many people nowadays are getting offended without a reason. I am not saying that each and every one representative of Gen Z is very easily offended, but let's be honest, there are lots of people who are this way. And guess what? That's not how the world works once again. Internet bubbles on Reddit and some time ago on Twitter taught people that each and everyone is special, and therefore everyone has to respect their weaknesses and count on those. In real life it's not the case. Most people who are not part of the woke bubble are not going to select correct pronouns and behave the way it's done on some random subreddit. That's real life, and if during work you are not gonna be performing your tasks, you are gonna be criticized, and if you will continue this way, you will get fired sooner or later. It's plain and simple. However, it's important to say that nowadays workplaces are way more friendly and human-like when compared to 50 years ago. People tend not to shout at one another and behave pretty friendly. However, everything has its limits. Therefore, you have to be ready to face the reality and the fact that people are not going to apologize for speaking to you in an incorrect tone. Not every task assigned to you will be super fun. That is why it's called work. So if you want to get and keep your job, you have to come to terms with the fact that sometimes you will have to swallow your own pride and do things which you do not like. At the end of the day, you are getting paid for that. And the faster you will come to terms with the reality, the easier it will be for you to live through this life. Another reason for not hiring Gen Zs, which has been mentioned by employers, is the demand for remote work. We are the generation who have been studying at school and university online due to COVID, and that's why we got used to it so much. I'm not gonna lie, I myself love working from home since it allows me to save lots of money and time. However, it seems that for most average workers, the age of remote work is actually coming to an end, just by looking at what Donald Trump did recently with returning all of the federal employees back to work in the office, as well as looking at huge corporations which are also returning their workers back to the offices. That is why, in my opinion, it's very important to do what you are set and not to dictate your own terms when you are searching for your first employment. If you are offered an internship position which is fully in the office, take it, get the experience, and maybe in some time, when you will become more valuable as an experienced employee, you will get the chance to get another job, but now more on your terms, one of which could be partially or even fully remote employment. But to get to this point, you have to work your way through some in-office jobs. Last but definitely not least important point, due to which employers do not want to hire Gen Z, is an excessive job hopping. If some 20 years ago it was considered absolutely normal for a person to work during all of his career at the same company, nowadays it's probably impossible to do so, unless you work for the government. Massive layoffs, economic instability, as well as fast development of technologies made it way easy and profitable to remove and fire workers from time to time. However, in addition to these external factors, it seems that Gen Z love changing workplaces more than previous generations, especially when they feel that something is a little bit off at their current workplace. And here's the thing I want to tell you. If you have a job and you want to leave it, make sure to line up another employment position for yourself before jumping. That's very important. In today's economy and job market situation, it could be extremely hard to secure new employment, and your success will depend on multiple factors, some of which are not under your control. Therefore, never underestimate how lucky you are to actually have a job. And one more piece of advice. Try your best to work at each workplace for at least 1 year. That's a bare minimum. 1 year. It's your goal, after which putting this experience on your resume becomes plausible and less likely to make your next employer think that you are being unreliable worker. In general, I do not think that employers do not want to hire Gen Z. They do not want to hire mentally unstable people with sense of entitlement who demand too much. Unfortunately, the media somehow claims that all of the Gen Z people are this way. And I do not agree with that. Not everyone is weak and unprofessional. Lots of us are smart, driven and flexible and are ready to take on the work and perform the great results. So if you're a Gen Z, don't be sad and never lose hope. If you can't find a job, continue sending CVs and you will definitely at one point will get lucky. And if you already got a job, congratulations. Think twice before leaving it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did like it, make sure to press a like button under this video, as well as to join my Discord server, link is down in the description, in which I will be more than happy to discuss with you this video of mine or any other video of mine. And thank you so much for watching one more time. We'll see you very soon and bye for now.